Hey there, Light Warriors. We just went through 2 periods of extreme activity in the Schumann resonance, and you might be reflecting, processing, and analyzing at this time. You might feel quite irritable, but don't worry. Uncle Mike's here to explain this energy and what's happening right now. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. It seems like this volatility doesn't stop. And as we go through these periods of this extreme activity, it's affecting many people and it's bringing up a lot of reflecting, processing, and analyzing at this time. We went through 6 straight hours of activity, peaking at power 82 to power 77 in the Schumann resonance, and then a second period of activity peaking at power 54. And many people are new to these energy updates and realizing that the frequency of the actual world that we live in affects us. So all biological systems are influenced by the Schumann resonance. When we go through these massive spikes, you're going to have physical feelings, certain changes in the way our brain functions. These things happen. So things that maybe don't irritate you, maybe they irritate you all of a sudden. Or maybe you find yourself reflecting on what has happened, processing what has happened, and analyzing where are we going into the future. Right now we might be processing, what did I experience in the past 3 years? We just went through a massive shift, and it was almost like we got pulled into an alternate timeline for the past 3 years. And a lot of you know that the world has been crazy since 2020, the year of clear vision. And a lot of people are starting to see clearly the reality that we live in. It's actually a fake matrix reality. People that stumble across Mandela effects, that it takes them to another level. But we might be processing, you might be processing right now, what did I experience in the past 3 years? Now that maybe the density is cleared away a couple of weeks ago, you might be reflecting on how life used to be. Is that you? Are you reflecting? You say, wow, life used to be so much fun. It was fun, and making connections the way that it used to be, it's very rare right now. A lot of what's going on within people, it's all separation. And they have subconscious programs. And remember, think of the trauma. Think about the trauma that people have picked up over the course of their journey in the past few years. So it's very difficult to make connections. When you actually make a connection with a person now, it's a rare thing. And it actually feels pretty good to make these connections. Where is all the fun gone? You could let us know in the comments. You might be analyzing, what else needs to shift at this time? What else needs to shift? You could be like looking around and you're saying something is wrong in the world and it's just not the way it used to be. And each and every person that's listening to this message right now, you could say to yourself, well, I remember how, life used to be pre-2019. And it's just not the same, and people are acting differently, and people are so distant. And there's not these connections any longer. More shaking is coming. Yeah, more shaking is coming. And you might ask yourself the question, well, why is there going to be even more shaking that's coming down the road? And this is because people don't change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. A lot of people are walking around miserable. They're actually self-sabotaging their lives. They're carrying this vibration of negativity. And we all need to change. But it's an inside job to make the change. All of these shifts and changes, they happen via free will. Maybe you live the matrix life, and maybe it's time that you're looking around, you say, something is not right. Something's not right in the world. So that's why humanity as a whole, society, doesn't seem to be changing. And that's why a great shaking happens, because people don't change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. Changing is very painful. You feel very uncomfortable going through changes. You know, we have our simple routines. We watch the TV at night, you know, whatever the mind control that they're pumping out. This is what we're used to doing, and it's very uncomfortable breaking free of family, friends, coworkers, gaslighting, narcissists. It's difficult to rise above all of these things. Everyone has expectations for you. But now it's time. You actually feel these energies coursing through you, and you could leave it in the comments. You feel it's time to rise. You're putting your foot down. You're not going to be walked over any longer. And all of these energies, they're coming in. The evidence is shown in the Schumann resonance. Start being grateful. That's where we would be focused. And ask yourself the question, don't you want to have fun? Don't you want to have fun? It was actually a world famous video on the channel page. Check it out. Just about a month ago. Ask yourself the question, don't you want to have fun? Don't you want to relax? You know, life is not about work and having these standards and having this pressure, and I have to fulfill these standards, watch out for judgment. Don't you just want to relax? Ask yourself this question. People have been self-sabotaging because their vibrational frequency is so low. You could actually self-sabotage the experience that you have. Worrying, if you spend your day worrying, it's almost like praying for negative things to happen. Once again, if you spend your day worrying, it's almost like you're praying for negative things to happen. You're so concentrated on all the negativity, and that you bring more negativity into your everyday life. And that's why these energies are shaking us up right now. We need to move forward with positivity. Positive thoughts and positive actions. Start your day off with them every single day, and you'll start seeing the changes. That's why we start our day with our everyday lives. Some people are listening to the video, and then all of a sudden they have the best day that they've ever had. You can share it in the comments. If your day starts off right, you start your day off right with the message, and then you start moving with positive thoughts and positive actions. Many people have become disconnected from their soul. This is actually spoken about in the Hopi Blue Star prophecy in the end days. People are disconnected from their soul. It was very funny. Last night I was people watching with a friend, and we're looking around, and you could just sit back and just watch people. And it's interesting when you find people that are awake just like you, and there's different levels, and don't have expectations to what awake might be. You know, people are out there, and they're watching what's happening. There's many witnesses to this big event that's about to pop off, and we're all witnesses to this event. It's a massive shift. The event is the expansion of human consciousness in the way that the world has run for thousands of years. It's collapsing by the second. But you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. You have to become self-empowered and move forward with the inexhaustible belief in yourself. Don't bow down to others. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself to narcissists. Don't lose yourself to the people on the TV. I saw it on TV. Don't worry about that stuff. Start focusing on yourself. Start focusing on people that benefit your life. You know, we don't want to make our attention go. Remember, where your attention goes, that's where the energy flows. So don't have your attention going to negative people, negative thoughts, and negative situations. Put your attention on positive thoughts, positive actions, and people that actually bring joy into your life, not stress. Do you want to say no to stress? You could write it in the comments. Say no to stress. We have to get the stress out of here. We're so excited to get the stress out of here. It's a very powerful time period, but think about what you're feeling. Are you feeling irritated right now? And it could be very irritating. You're looking around, you could, look at your life. What have you gone through in the past few years? Everyone had a difficult time in the past few years. It might have manifested in a different way. So you might be irritated about this. You might be irritated that the world is broken right now. You could be irritated that where's all the fun? Why aren't things the way that they used to be? Why are things so weird? Why are people weird? and that's okay. This is an energy that's coursing through all of us right now. The energy comes from God. It's the Schumann resonance, and these frequency spikes, they shake us up. Remember that 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. And just because you can't see these lights, remember, as a human, you could only see invisible light. However, visible light is only a small fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. So there are many lights and sounds that you cannot pick up on, but it doesn't mean that your DNA doesn't pick up on these lights and sounds. So start to be conscious of all of the energies that are shifting us to a brand new timeline. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And I'm grateful for all of you. Take the time to leave comments. Are you feeling irritable? Are you reflecting? Are you processing what happened? Are you analyzing what's going on? What needs to change in the world? And share it. Everyone is reading the comments and it helps others. And you could comment on each other's comments. This is a community and we're changing the world one day at a time. Don't forget, we'll be back on tonight for Friday Night Live. It's going to be tremendous. We had a really powerful week. It's our first week of freedom, and it's really, there's so much to break down from this past week. We're going to have a great time tonight on Friday Night Live. So please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and you'll get a notification when we come on for Friday Night Live. We have a daily video, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We have Telegram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Rumble. And if you would like to join our Patreon, we host live Zoom meetings, more uncensored content on Patreon. It's very crazy in the world. The Schumann resonance is rocking and rolling. The volatility, woo, it's through the roof. But don't worry about what's going on out there, light warriors. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the Schumann resonance and this energy coursing through you, making you irritable. Now you're analyzing, you're processing, and you're reflecting on your everyday life. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Not a place, but a frequency. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. I love you all. Please share, comment. Come back tonight. It's going to be a blast. We're growing every single day in every single way. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light.